When Rain Clouds Gather by Bessie Head. Presentation by Kevin Svarczkopf and Justin Stoffolan.
Throughout human history, we see people struggling to overcome the challenges presented, not only by nature but their fellow man. We see a fight ensue in which people must either adapt or die. Those who embrace the best parts of society and are open to changes in their beliefs and customs to better the life of their community are the ones that will prosper. No one conveys this message better than Bessie Head. Her story, When Rain Clouds Gather, tells of a story of what happens when people are open-minded and willing to change their beliefs. Bessie Head was the result of an illegal relationship between a wealthy white woman and a black servant. She was born in an asylum on July 6, 1937. She did not know her parents, since her mother was deemed mentally unstable and her father disappeared. Her childhood was spent bouncing between foster families. After she graduated, she became a primary school teacher and journalist. She became involved with the Afrikaans Congress, protesting the apartheid regime. She was present at the Sharpeville shooting in 1960 when police fired upon protesters. The event traumatized her, and she applied for refugee status in Botswana. She gained her Botswana citizenship in 1979. There, Bessie Head died on April 17, 1989, and today she is revered as one of Botswana's most influential writers. When Rain Clouds Gather opens in apartheid South Africa. The Africans faced with segregation in public places and was required to carry papers in white cities. In South Africa, all non-Europeans were segregated against. As the political situation intensified in the late 1950s, the government sanctioned that black and whites could not associate in religious or educational areas. In 1956, the vote for non-whites was repealed. But Africans still faced oppression until 1990. The country of Botswana became independent from Great Britain in 1966. The country is very arid, and regular rainfall may occur every 10 years. The rainfall that does occur can be very localized and unpredictable. Despite these difficulties, Botswana has become one of the most stable economies in Africa. Two major industries in Botswana are livestock and mining. Upon its independence, Botswana had just 12 kilometers of paved road and a per capita income of $70. As of 2007, Botswana had 7,000 kilometers of paved roads, and the per capita income had risen to about $6,100. Botswana's success can be attributed to good governance policies and, in some cases, attributed to luck. Botswana did not initially fall into the traps that mineral-prone governments fall into. When the government owns the mineral resources, they are the primary recipients of the revenue from mining. The wealth concentrated in the hands of the government gives way to dictatorships and civil conflicts. Botswana has the fortune of having a homogeneous population. This created less of a potential for polarization of different ethnic groups. The government established property rights and rule of law, ensuring transparency and security. Botswana government kept the Tswana tribal tradition of collaboration. This allowed the tribes to act as one for their input and compromise with other tribes. Botswana also implemented a fiscal surplus. The government invested heavily in infrastructure and human capital. This policy prevented the collapse of domestic activity and allowed for high fiscal saving. The Botswana government also invested in savings on the international market. The Botswana government put its safeties and checks in place. They utilized new and old ideas to accomplish their goal.
In Bessie Head's book, When Rain Clouds Gather, she mentions many problems in Botswana that hold the country back from prospering. The main problem that Head addresses is that the people of Botswana hold too closely to the ancient tribes and traditions of their ancestors. The people of each tribe wanted nothing to do with the other tribes of lower status. This is clearly shown in the text when Gilbert suggests that the people of Lima need to grow millet instead of corn because it would grow better in the area. However, the people rejected this idea because millet was deemed a crop of the lower status of tribes. Because of the prejudice of the tribes, the people could not improve their crop production, which hurts the community as a whole. In addition, these tribal traditions ultimately lead to many other problems in the community that cause a lack of progress. For example, one aspect in many cultures that was shown in the text was the dominance of men. Women had very little say in Botswana. In the book, Head shows how women had to stay and take care of their homes and families, while the men were out grazing cattle. However, the men still had dominance at home because they were able to go further in their education and were given the chance to do things outside the home. Women, however, had to rely on their husbands for income to survive. This is clearly shown in Paulina's life. When her husband died, she had to have her son take care of the cattle to graze in the field so that the family could survive. In addition to the problem of the dominance of man, another problem that rooted from ancient traditions was the corruption of the government. In the book, the governing system shows to be corrupted by the people that rule it. For example, the head governing figure in Lima Media is the chief Matenge. Matenge is disliked by the people of the area because of the way that he corrupts the community for his own personal gain. If he disliked a person, he would exile them from the land. However, he was not the only chief that corrupted society for his own personal gain. His brother, the main chief, Sikokoto, was also guilty of finding ways to promote his own life by hurting the community. According to Bessie Head, the chiefs of the land lived off the slave labor of the poor. They took advantage of their high positions and found ways to promote their own images, even at the expense of the people that they were meant to lead. Lastly, one of the main problems in Botswana that inhibited progress was the prejudice of the natives against the foreigners of the land. In the book, main characters Micaiah, Gilbert, and Paulina were all foreigners, which led the people of the area to not trust them. An example of this is when the people of Galimedi did not trust Gilbert in the farming techniques he showed them because of the fact that he was an outsider. According to many people in the land, Gilbert was still part of a different world. This is shown when Maria says, quote, "Gilbert does not live in this world, but in some world in which I know nothing," end quote. Because of the mistrust of foreigners, Gilbert had trouble getting the people of the area to trust his farming methods to help improve the crop production, to also improve the meat of the cattle. However, Bessie Head does not just show the reader what the problems that inhibit progress in Botswana are. Instead, she also shows the reader how people need to overcome these problems to bring success to the community. For example, to overcome gender inequality, Head suggests that people need to become like Paulina and Micaiah. Micaiah is a man that treats both sexes as equals. This is shown when women that were learning farming techniques from him were stunned by the way he treated them. According to Bessie Head, quote, "They were unaccustomed to a man speaking to them as an equal," end quote. This openly allowed them to talk with him and before the hunter and were able to efficiently grow the shift tobacco. This shows that if men start treating women as their equal, ideas will be spread and created and more will be benefit. However, men will not easily change to this. Bessie Head also informs the reader that women must step up like Paulina and take charge. Paulina demands that she should be treated as an equal and is willing to break customs in order to do so. When Micaiah asks Paulina about the woman who shared Job's tobacco during the lesson, she tells him, quote, "We who are the braves," she said, "we are the only women who have smoked cigarettes and drunk beer. That is why whatever we do is also done by other women, though they are afraid to smoke and drink because they will be beaten by their husbands." End quote. Paulina is saying that the women that showed up are the ones that are willing to break the customs of the area to gain equality with men and make a difference in the society. Head is telling women through Paulina that they need to fight for equality. In addition, Head also offers a solution to the mistrust of foreigners through the friendship of Micaiah and Gilbert. Both of them are foreigners, but yet they still find a way to trust each other. The best example of this is through the long conversations between both of them. There was one night where the two men chatted like ancient blood brothers through the night. Gilbert trusted Micaiah to communicate his ideas to the women of the area, and through this trust, the two of them were able to work together to allow the community to prosper. Lastly, another remedy to a problem in Botswana was the solution to the government corruption. At the end of the book, the community of Galima Midi came together to protest the appeal that Chief Mtenja made against Paulina. Because the community was able to overcome all their differences and gather together at Chief Mtenja's house, Mtenja saw that it was really the people that ruled the area and had dominance, which caused him to ultimately commit suicide. Head shows the reader through this that it is when the community comes together and overcomes their differences of tribes, genders, and backgrounds that change will ultimately happen. In conclusion, Bessie Head clearly shows that what a community must do to allow it to prosper in the book when rain clouds gather. According to her, change in society will only happen when the people that belong to it overcome their differences and come together as a cohesive movement to formulate ideas to better the community. This was shown to be effective in both the book as well as in the actual country of Botswana. In the book, the people of Galima Midi were able to come together to fight against the chief and to begin to make a difference by growing their crops to create a crash crop system. Similarly, because Botswana became a more homogeneous population, the people who lived there were able to come together to utilize the old and new methods to secure the success and safety.